Brentford's away winning streak comes to an end against Newcastle away, and it's that same bitter feeling where we feel like we should have got something out of the game. We definitely could have, but unfortunately, it's a loss. And so, going into the game, I wasn't too unhappy with the lineup. Obviously, I wanted Damsgaard to start, however, he was on the bench due to coming back from an injury or illness. And then we were starting Pinnock as well, but to be honest, I really wanted Ayer to start. Play Ayer or even Kylie at right back and then Vandenberg as centre back, because you can't dispute how good Collins and Vandenberg have been at centre back when Vandenberg was fit, and Pinnock hasn't really been at it this season. And so Newcastle, they started the game well, plenty of chances, and we sort of turned the tide around with a bit of possession, a few chances, but nothing really troubling Newcastle. And then the really frustrating bit was the Newcastle goal on half time. I think the goal came at the 47th minute, and I thought we should have grown for half time before they sent the ball up our end. Obviously, they just scored just before then, and it was VAR. VAR ruled it for offside. But that only took about 20 seconds of the start of added time, so they shouldn't have had the extra minute 40. They only should have an extra minute. And so I don't know. I was a bit at the time frustrated with conceding that goal to make it 1-0, but it is what it is. And I thought at half time as well, just Pinnock, going into the game, didn't want him to start, and he didn't play well in the first half. He made a couple of mistakes on the ball, always giving the ball away in possession. He then made that mistake that had Isak through on goal and somehow didn't score. We got away with that one, but very frustrated, with his performance and, a bit frustrated with the goal on half time. But anyway, going on to the second half, we looked so much better by the time we brought Damsgaard on. We had a really good spell of possession, and we got the goal from it. Oh well, we got the penalty, and then we got the goal. And this is all, we're playing well when Damsgaard's on the pitch. It feels like we're a one-man team right now. We know we're so much worse when we take Norgard out of the team, and we're so much better with him in. It's another level for when we don't have Damsgaard, in my opinion. It's just Whiston and Burmo need Damsgaard almost behind them to get firing. But we got the goal from the penalty, never in doubt with Brian and Burma from the spot. And then about a few minutes later, we almost made it 2-1, and unfortunately Pinnock hit the post. And so it just sounds like more reason for me to dislike Pinnock right now, making mistakes and then hitting the post and actually scoring on the other end. Anyway, at this point in the game, it's 1-1, we're playing alright, it's a bit end-to-end, as it was a pretty end-to-end game, but I could not have predicted the goal that then happened. I mean, I can't even be annoyed or frustrated at it. Tonali, surely he's going for a cross, he somehow just smashes it in from so close to the line into that near post. Flecken, at first I'm thinking he's going to do better, but then I'm just you know what, fair play, he scored a brilliant goal, probably goal of the month. We often have a few good goals scored against us, but that's something else. And we lost to Newcastle in the Carabao Cup away from home. Tonali got a brace of bangers in that game, and he's got another one against us today. So it's unfortunate, but oh well. We sort of had a few late chances at the end of the game, but that was really it. Sort of Newcastle probably deservedly 1-2-1, but it's so frustrating. Like I said at the start, it's always a close game when we lose, and we're always left with that feeling that we should or could have got something from that game. But it is what it is. A few players I was happy with their performances was definitely Damsgaard. We were so much better when he came on. But I wanted to have sort of a bit of a chat about Yarmulke and Magoma. So we started Yarmulke, and I'll be completely honest, I don't really get the Yarmulke hype. He's definitely a decent player, but let's be realistic. He's played over 40 games, maybe 50. He's yet to get a goal for us. He has a couple of assists, and that's really it. And so, I'm just sort of left wanting almost with a better performance from him. And then sort of the same with Magoma. He's 24 years old, and he's just nowhere near the level for Premier League substitute. I know we have injuries, but the only injury in the midfield is Jensen and De Silva, who's long term anyway. And I think next season going forward, if we wanna push for Europe or do so much better, we've just got to invest so much more in our team. And I get with Brentford, we're a small club, we can't overinvest, we can't be silly with our money. But honestly, we really need to just bolster up the team, because we always seem to have terrible injuries, and we're left starting Yarmulke, in my opinion, Championship level, subbing on Magoma, in my opinion, League One level, and he's 24 years old. It's not like he's still that young. Like, he's he's getting on in his career. Like, is he really good enough for us to be starting in the Premier League? I will say I thought he played all right, but I felt it was almost more of a hindrance than a helper when he came on. He just sort of sat in between the centre backs and occasionally helped him build up, but not really. But yeah, I've had enough of a moan about our players. Sharda was alright. He probably could have done better. It was a good cross from him for that Pinnock chance that was unfortunately hit the post. But yeah, I'm not gonna act like we fully deserved that game, but we deserved the game. But I felt like we should have got something. But yeah, fair play to Newcastle. They missed a few chances. They scored a brilliant goal with Tonali. And I'm sure they'll go on and get Europe. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.